Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are tackling one of the trickiest parts of the digital essay, transition questions. I know these can be a real headache for many students. You are reading along, then suddenly the test asks you to pick the best transition between sentences. It is not always clear which transition works best, and sometimes the options all seem pretty similar. But don't worry, I'm going to show you a simple step-by-step method for handling these questions. We'll cover how to figure out the relationship between ideas, whether it is contrast, continuation, cause and effect, or something else, and how to match that with the correct transition word or phrase. By the end of this video, you will have the tools you need to confidently tackle even the trickiest transitions. Alright, let's dive in and start. And how is he remembered today? He is remembered mainly for a code of laws inscribed in some particular stone, which is quite contradictory, right? I mean, why is he not known or remembered for all that he conquered? And why is he remembered only for a code of laws inscribed on a stone? So there's something contradictory happening over here. That's the relationship for sure. Now, with this understanding, let's go and look at our options. A says, therefore, there's no cause effect relationship, guys. The first sentence, the sentence before the blank, is not giving me a cause. The second sentence or the sentence after the blank is not giving me the effect. It was not because of all that he conquered, he was known for a code of laws, right? There's no cause effect relationship, so A is out. There's no similarity, so B is out. C says, however, which I like because that's the relationship between the two sentences. They are contradicting. Ideally, this person should be known for all that he conquered, all that he built, but this person is mainly remembered for these code of laws. So very clearly C makes sense, and D, for instance, is used for example. There's no example given in these sentences. There's no such relationship, so D is as well out. And you're left with C. That's the correct option. Alright, so we have a hard difficulty level question now. The first step is read the question stem. Mention of logical transition tells us we are dealing with a transition question type. Now let us go ahead and read the text. In her poetry collection T&B, Rita Dove interweaves the titular characters' personal stories with broader historical narratives. So what is this person doing in this particular poetry collection? Characters' personal stories with broader historical narrative. There's a relationship that she's trying to draw over here between personal stories of the character and broader historical narratives. She places Thomas's journey from the American South to the Midwest in the early 1900s within the larger context of the Great Migration. So this is an example of illustrating how personal stories are drawn with broader historical narratives. Blank Dove sets events from Beulah's personal life against the backdrop of the US civil rights movement. So what is happening over here? The text is basically telling us about Rita Dove's poetry collection Thomas and Beulah, where she interweaves personal stories with broader historical narratives. It describes how she connects Thomas's journey from the South to the Midwest with the Great Migration, and how she also relates Beulah's life to the backdrop of the civil rights movement. What is the relationship between the two sentences in this case? The two parts of the sentences are discussing how Dove connects different characters' personal lives to broader historical events. The second part of the sentence builds on the idea from the first part, emphasizing another connection she makes, this time with Beulah and the civil rights movements. This suggests a relationship of continuation or additional information. Correct? Now, with this understanding, let us go ahead and start eliminating our choices. A says specifically. Now, this particular transition would be used to clarify or narrow down a point, but the sentence isn't introducing a specific detail, just another broad connection. Correct? So, I'm going to eliminate A for that reason. Now, thus is basically it is used to show a cause-effect relationship, but the sentence is more about presenting additional information rather than showing a consequence. So B will also not make sense. Now C says regardless, this indicates a contrast or something that happens despite the previous point, which doesn't fit here since both the sentences are aligned in theme. So I'm going to eliminate this as well. And D is the one that we are left with. It says similarly. This works well because it shows that Dove is making a similar connection between Beulah's life and a broader historical event, just as she did with Thomas. So very clearly D is the correct choice. And again, I hope you understood how to implement the steps or the strategy to this particular question type. That's all for now. Thank you so much.